Hi, my name is Anthony Flores. I've done segments on YouTube, I've done a podcast. I feel like I've done a little bit of everything. So, what am I doing again? I am trying to actually make something of myself when it comes down to voice acting. It's something that I've always been somewhat passionate about. It's one of those things where I always enjoyed just listening to the process of all these actors, just creating these voices, just something creative, just to do something like this creative. They create these voices for so many iconic characters that were part of my childhood and so many others out in the world for decades, and I just feel like I want to contribute to that side of things. And I'm not a professionally trained person. I am the very definition of an amateur. Do this for my personal goals in my mind, just to release this out into the world. If people watch it, awesome. One of my favorite voices is just like, because anytime you get into a dark place, when you mentally feel like you're in a dark place, automatically, especially from me just imitating and trying to recreate voices and impressions, first my thought goes to Ultron. Oh yes, there are strings. All these strings, just people. They're like puppets. They're just there doing whatever they're doing in their daily lives. I want to cut these strings because I'm done. I am tired of it. I'm tired of just everything. Now, this is my goal in life, to create voices and trying to recreate something fun and enjoyment. Yes. And then another one that many people, 1,000,001 people have done since 2008, the performance of Heath Ledger's Joker. For me, it's very easy to slip into, which is a little, probably not so good. And I get why. Method acting and creating that character, or that version of the character, it's very grim, just having that voice, just seeping into that mindset. I just can't help but to slip into that and to be in my pain of what I want. And I want them to truly just feel what I feel, the chaos in my mind. It gives you such a rush, doesn't it? And moving on to more happier voices. When it comes down to the more fun side of voices, when I hear different people creating these characters and just everything, when it comes down to it, I feel that these characters that we've enjoyed for so long, Futurama, that's a big show that I've always enjoyed since when it first aired back in 1999. And yeah, it's an amazing series, and I can somewhat emulate and kind of get down the mannerisms when it comes to Billy West's iconic characters. You just kind of slip into it as well. You just kind of go with it, and just for Fry's voice, it's just kind of that, just kind of chill kind of voice, kind of vibe, just kind of there. Hey, Professor, what are we going to do next? Oh, Fry, I'm not sure if I want to do anything. By the way, good news, everyone. I'm doing this video for attention. Attention, mind if I come in? It is I, Zoidberg, and I'm here to tell you all, I'm trying this voice stuff again. It's a little bit tough, but hey, we got to do what we got to do. And those just bring a smile to my face. I always enjoy emulating those characters. I think some of the other voices I've always enjoyed doing. I wish I could do more Rob Paulsen voices, because he's arguably my favorite actor when it comes to anything animation. The guy has done countless cartoon characters, and similar to like Billy West there that I just emulated, and some of his more underrated works, I think, were like The Mask. Anybody remember that? That short-lived show, and then of course Animaniacs, and the reboot as well. He came back to return to voice that. Like the best I can do is one-liners, which is probably not very good, but just like "Mwah! Good night, everybody," and that's pretty much all I can do. I can't quite get the voice down. I can't get there, I guess, vocally. Maybe with more work, maybe I could. But one of the fun ones that I always enjoyed was just Carl. That's always a fun one. just like it takes a little bit of time and just kind of there, just kind of, it gets there. He just kind of gets a little nasally and kind of, he seems like he's a little adrift. Just kind of, he sounds like that a little bit. I kind of get it there, but it's not quite there. So it's still fun to do these voices, even if he can't make them. That's one of the things that I appreciated, like from Dana Carvey. I remember he of course, is very comedic, great there when it comes to voices and impressions. Just like, even if you don't get the voice down, he said, you still have a fun voice that you're created there. But I think when it comes down to it, a lot of the more darker voices kind of go in my mind, unfortunately, because that says where my brain is at. I think one of my favorite voices to do is the highly underrated Joker performance from Kevin Michael Richardson. I think his voice for the Joker in the Batman animated series was really underrated. I think his portrayal of the Joker has this very chaotic nature to it, because Mark Hamill's Joker is a little bit more just, he's a showman, he likes to do this and just and then when it comes to the Heath Ledger thing, again, just the whole, wow, this is really, just that very low, quieter voice. But with Kevin Michael Richardson's Joker, that's hard to say several times fast. His Joker can do all of that in one, which I think is really, really interesting to listen to. Because first off, it's a little bit more deeper, and it's a little harder for me to do that. But if you just get really down to it, it just really gets in there, and then it gets a little bit more high pitched, and then it just kind of goes there, and then just kind of goes up, and then it gets a little bit, Betsy, why would you do that to me? I thought we were friends. It goes back and forth, and I love that about his voice and performance with that. But when you have accent and stuff, one of the random things that comes into my head sometimes is Michael Caine, is a bit there. There we go. It's a bit more studded. It's just got a bit more front heavy sounds, just kind of there. And then if you want to get a bit more stuffy, I'm not quite sure what this voice is, but it's a little bit more upbeat. And then just when you think about some more obscure voices too, like, Jay Baruchel, who the fuck knows that impression? I don't know. I don't know anybody who really tries to do a Jay Baruchel. I've done this impression before, and you can, and then you go and dive into a little bit of Owen Wilson. Wow, that's pretty good. Isn't that timely? Loki, oh yeah, it's pretty much out there, just kind of doing his thing, and I tag along in his adventures. Isn't that great? Wow. You probably don't even know what I'm really saying. The captions are going to have a great time capturing the wow. Oh yeah. One of the more recent things I was thinking about doing is a project where I had these little skits in mind where I personally have an anxiety disorder. Not to go all depressing in a very sad way here or anything like that, but it's a very big part of my life. It's not my entire life, but it's part of me. And I always have that little voice inside my head that says, no, what are you doing, man? This is not right, and that's just my own voice in my head. But I wanted to give it a caricature in the same vein of something like Big Mouth, how those are the hormone monsters. This would be an anxiety fueling voice in my mind. And there would be several voices too, but one that came up is kind of if you merged Beetlejuice with Maury from that show, Big Mouth, because Beetlejuice kind of goes about just like, whoa, hey, whoa, 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 seriously, sandworms. Those motherfuckers getting in my pants. They get in my hair. No, get them out of here. And then this guy, he seems to be a lot more into himself. Just kind of a little bit more. Ooh, oh yes, very delectable, delightful, even. Oh yes. They gotta merge those two together, and that's where I kind of had a caricature of an anxiety voice, just kind of mashing them up together. That's another fun thing to do, is mashing up voices, and just it would be me essentially, and then the skit version of me just going about your day and just like, yeah, I'm gonna have a really great day. I'm gonna do that today. I'm gonna do that for myself. I'm gonna enjoy my day, and I'm not gonna let anxiety fuck it up. Oh, excuse me. I think you got that mixed up with somebody else, because I don't know if you just I'm here to fuck up your day. Shit. And that's essentially the idea. Just quick little skits, me versus my anxiety. that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed my insanity, my randomness of enjoyment of voice acting, performing, stuff like that. I have no fucking idea what I'm doing with this. I'm just trying to have fun. I'm just trying to do something different in my life, and I just feel maybe this is a road I could try to travel on. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. If not, and well, just have a good day. Thank you.